name is Bobby Allen, and I'm here to show you what a nuclear engineer needs to know at the Port St. Lucie nuclear power plant. A nuclear power plant has very tight security. It has several security areas, barbed wire, double fences. When I went to the Port St. Lucie nuclear power plant, I noticed big barriers that had many, many rocks in them. They had thousands. So that a car couldn't just drive in manually. Now, Port St. Lucie nuclear power plant has added security surrounding water barriers, which are also used for cooling. So if the guns don't get you, the gators will. A nuclear engineer's main job is to monitor the plant. She or he needs to understand how the reactor is built and monitored. The shield building wall is the outside of the actual tower. It has 3 feet thick reinforced concrete, steel rods that are all spaced 1 foot apart so that they're all equal. The containment vessel is inside of the actual tower. It has 1.5-inch steel cylinder. It's a 1.5-inch steel cylinder, and it's 102 feet tall. The dry well wall is inside of the containment vessel. And this is just going to keep on going and going, so I'm not even going to keep on saying this. It has metal reinforcement, 2.5-inch diameter steel rods spaced 1 foot apart, and 5 foot thick reinforced concrete. Now the bioshield, this is what protects the main energy source. It has 5 foot thick leaded concrete with 1 inch thick interior and exterior steel lining. The reactor and fuel rods / pellets. These are what give the actual power plant and you, inside your homes, your electricity. So every time we turn on a light, this is what gives you power. The rear wall is around the actual energy. This has 1.5 feet thick concrete, and it's 24 feet tall. The pedestal. This is what holds the entire tower above the ground. It's 6 feet thick, and it has 1 inch thick interior and exterior steel lining. Now this is a short series of videos. Okay, you can just put the mouse on to the first one. Click that.
Turn on your television. Electricity is there, ready to power your life. Have you ever wondered where it comes from? Let's trace the path of electricity. Some of the power used by FPL customers is produced right here at the St. Lucie nuclear plant. The plant's fuel is mined uranium ore, which is processed into pellets, sealed inside fuel rods, and arranged in fuel assemblies. These assemblies are transported to St. Lucie and placed underwater in the nuclear reactor. During operation, the uranium atoms in the fuel are caused to fission or split apart. Fission, which is primarily regulated by control rods within the reactor, produces heat to warm the reactor water. The hot reactor water is kept.
Go to the next one.
Reactor produces heat to warm the reactor water. The hot reactor water is kept under high pressure to keep it from boiling. It is pumped through thousands of tubes inside steam generators. Within the steam generators, a separate water supply flows around the outside of the hot tubes and turns to steam. The steam flows to a turbine which turns fan-like blades. The force of the high-energy steam against the turbine blades turns a shaft inside an electric generator. The shaft rotates a magnet inside large stationary coiled wires, producing electricity. Once the steam is used, it converts back into water in a condenser. Cool water from the Atlantic Ocean circulates through condenser tubes.
Now what would happen is the water would come back out into the water source, and it would happen all over again. Now these shafts that were turning up here, they would keep on spinning, and they would generate electricity. And then it would go into the power lines, and go into like a substationary that makes it smaller so that it can travel through more easily. And then it powers your homes. This is what I learned with my interview with Tom, the nuclear engineer. A nuclear engineer usually needs at least a bachelor's degree. They also use a lot of math, because when I was on with my mom, we looked up a picture of the math they use. It's like you can't even understand it. It's all piled up into one space. A nuclear engineer starts their day with a meeting and a plant status report. They use a computer almost every day and almost all day. They monitor surveillance reports, heat grades, and temperatures. They solve really hard problems and they work on a team. A nuclear engineer helps build machinery for radiation that is used to kill bacteria and germs on food. They have some really long hours, especially doing refueling outages. They usually earn a salary from $60,000 to $100,000 per year. One more. A nuclear engineer can't afford to sleep on the job. You can learn all about nuclear power at the free Port St. Lucie at the You can learn all about nuclear power at the free FPL Energy Encounter at the Port St. Lucie Nuclear Power Plant. Okay. Me and my mom made a model at home of the Port St. Nuclear Power Plant. These are the two smokestacks, and these are what have the energy inside of them. This is the water, and these are some of the buildings that are surround, and they help just to contain and to monitor the entire facility. Now, earlier in the presentation, I talked about a black pellet. This black pellet has the equal power to 17,000 cubic feet of natural gas. It's also equal to 1 ton of coal. It is the same as 149 gallons of oil. It is almost the size, pretty much, of your thumbnail. It's uranium. Okay. Thank you all for listening. I hope you enjoyed my project. I'm going to pass out some little souvenirs after everybody's done. Thank you.